everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Happy New Year's, everybody. In today's late season matchup, we have two teams who have victory on their minds. It's the Bears going up against the Vikings.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a guy who's moved around a bit in his career already. Out of the University of Texas, it's Colt McCoy.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Here's the former Bronco. It's C.J. Anderson with his first carry. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Throwing on first down. McCoy underneath for Jennings. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short. Play clock winding down. On second down, Anderson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now McCoy. Hard throw, incomplete. The 8th-year man from Tennessee, this is Britton Colquitt on to punt. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. The former Oklahoma Sooner will be leading the charge in his 8th season now under center Sam Bradford.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Here's Bradford, and it's caught. Kobe Flainer. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. A first down throw for Bradford. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The numbers for Cooks in that game last week: 5 catches, 78 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Now that's caught. Zay Jones, the rookie. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Akeem Spence with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Johnson, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
He's got the completion to Strong. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll run it with Johnson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. The numbers for Johnson in last week's game, he was without a doubt one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
To Johnson again. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So now 3rd and goal. Will the defense bring some extra pressure here? And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And his kick is right there. It's good. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
They start the drive with Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
clock's running down. Here's McCoy, and he fires one incomplete. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, McCoy. He's going to float this one deep right side. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
They go to Johnson again. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Bradford. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A play fake. Bradford. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. Now Campanaro. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Operating from the gun, McCoy. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Here we go now.
Play action. McCoy. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Shifts by him. And now running right through him. Skirts by him at the 35. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bears take over. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, second down. Second down, Bradford. And this is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Johnny Hekker now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. To throw on second down, McCoy. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. The Vikings on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, McCoy. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They give him a gain of 38.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Now a play fake here on first down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Handoff comes to Anderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, hey, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Following the penalty, Anderson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on third down after having such a long drive going.
Man, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. They begin the drive with Johnson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Bradford on second down. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Over the middle, complete. That's Sims. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I don't care what anyone says. I want a big-time back gaining this kind of yardage each and every time I step on the field. A tone setter, these guys are hard to find.
Asiata here on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a second down throw for Bradford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target. And now it's third down. The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Bradford. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one. 2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
This is caught. It's Cooks. 23 yards on the play. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from Minneapolis after this. First down, Bradford. And brought in here by Flainer. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bradford. And that'll be incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. And now out comes Minnesota. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Drops it off in the flat to Jennings. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it a 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Looking to throw. McCoy. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw on 2nd down, McCoy. And he rifles one incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, McCoy. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. A first down carry here for Johnson. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So we've reached halftime. So no update from Larry after 17 weeks. Folks are saying, let's get on with the show. So we'll oblige as we get you set for the second half kickoff. An NFL update there in the second quarter in Baltimore. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Bradford. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Campanaro on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And they'll try to fire up the running game with C.J. Anderson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Again, Anderson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that was a nice play by the defense. And it is tough to be an offensive lineman nowadays, especially if you're dealing with how the defensive tackles have evolved. Their quickness, their agility, their speed has changed the big guys in the middle, the center, and the offensive guards. Formerly, they were just power players. Now they have to be light on their feet as well to keep up with the speed of the defensive players.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Bradford on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. On play action, Bradford. Left side and caught by Flainer. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Looking to throw on second down. Bradford. And the tight end has it. Flainer. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. To throw on second down. Bradford gets it to Strong. And out of bounds right around the 20. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Sort of a prototypical Sam Bradford drive here, isn't it? Just kind of short passes, gets another first down there.
It goes all the way back to college. When he was coming out, the number one thing everyone talked about was his accuracy, how well he placed the football, and each and every throw on the money. Set an NFL record 2016 for completion percentage over a season.
They'll run with Asiata. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes him back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, and it's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
Here's Asiata, and he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, that was an intriguing call. You got a chip shot field goal. Tight game. Why not just take the 3?
I know that not all the old rules apply in today's NFL, and in fact, I'd love to have an analytics coach here with us right now to say why that was probably a good play. I don't know that even the analytics coach would have said that. That seemed like a bad play. Take the points there and move on. And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Play clock winding down. Off the play fake. McCoy. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the 1st down marker?
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Bradford now to throw on first down. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Underneath for Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Here's Johnny Hecker now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Time running out here on the play clock. They give it to Anderson. And an alley to run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On 1st and 10, McCoy. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but just show them a lot of different looks. And they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
The play clock's running down. On 3rd down, McCoy. And caught by Cruz. 15 yards through the air and a first down. First down, McCoy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jennings. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Throwing on first down, McCoy. A dump off to Anderson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On 1st and 10, McCoy. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. Second down now after the pass completion.
Let's go. Green 39.
From the gun, McCoy. And he's got it over the middle. Fedorowicz. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
False start, offense.
That's on the Pro Bowl guard, Marshall Yanda. Now McCoy. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Now a run with Anderson. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they? One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And scoring yet again, the Colts extend that lead. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. Well, you talk about clutch right down the pipe, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
And he didn't leave much doubt there, did he? Good snap, good hold, and that one was dead center.
So now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bradford. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A first down throw for Bradford. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open.
There goes Duke Johnson. Touchdown, Chicago. Duke Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the fourth quarter now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Hawkins. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. It's caught by Clive Walford. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, big hit. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. And he's got it. Fedorowicz. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He's back to throw. It's caught. Fedorowicz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. He'll look to throw. Here's Walford over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
False start, offense.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
All right, here we go.
Here's McCoy. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Operating from the gun, McCoy. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. To throw on second down, McCoy. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Elsewhere, a fourth quarter score now from Tampa. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in the field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Off play action. McCoy. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Miles Jack coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. From the gun on third down. McCoy, right side, caught Fedorowicz. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Looking to throw on second down. McCoy. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. From the gun, McCoy. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Johnson on the counter. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, it's Johnson. A pretty nice gain there on the run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the agile move. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. What can Bradford do in the OT? This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jarrell Casey in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. On second down, Johnson. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. Third and long for Bradford. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They picked up a 1st down and a whole lot more. Forget about just looking for the sticks. They went well beyond the stick.
I know they were talking about guarding the sticks on defense. They didn't guard them very well. They got a big-time completion on a 3rd down. That's almost a backbreaker, isn't it? In overtime, every play's importance is magnified. And that one could turn out to be huge. Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Bears, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.